Welcome to a special episode of Popcorn in Orbit, live from Comicon Toronto. And now, please welcome your hosts, Jeremy Major and Ian P. Causer.
Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Jeremy from Canada, and I'm alongside, well, a few people, but Ian is here alongside me. We say this every week, but you're usually in Great Britain. He's here in person. Ian, say hello.
Hello. How you doing, Jay?
I mean, there's a whole story here of you coming in to visit us.
Yeah.
Actually, just before we'll do a whole rundown here. I'm jumping all over the place because I'm so excited, but we've got some guests here. And first of all, let me just say we're at Comicon Toronto, which is very, very cool.
It's just amazing. So, yeah. I wasn't sure if that was my cue. Yeah. No, this is the first time we've met in person.
It's the first time we met in person, yes.
Which was, we just cuddled all night.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just want to prove to people that we're actually at Comicon and we have a live audience.
Okay.
So let's hear from the crowd here, all right? So, yeah, give us a clap. You can't fake that.
You can't.
Like, no AI could fake that. All right, awesome. So, yeah, so it's real. We're live at Comicon. Ian's here. There's just so many exciting things. So, Ian, just take us quickly through the story of you coming in, and then we'll introduce our guests.
Yeah, you contacted Comicon, didn't you? And you didn't tell me.
There's that.
Yeah, and then when they came back and said, yeah, please come and record here live, that's when you decided to tell me, which was about 5 weeks ago.
I was like, oh, by the way,
yeah,
I did this thing.
And
they said yes.
Yeah, so I thought about it for a couple of days, then I went online, bought tickets just after the Iran war, so the flight prices had gone through the roof, so that was great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But here we are.
We'll be passing around a hat and anything you can contribute.
Anything you can contribute.
We appreciate that.
That would be fantastic.
No, we're not.
And yeah, and 4 very short weeks later, here I am. You're picking me up from Pearson.
Yeah.
We're meeting for the first time. We've actually made a movie together, and still this is the first time that we've actually met in person.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't really know us, our story goes back probably about 4 years, I think it was.
I think it's longer than that.
I reached out to Ian because he had written a script and I came across it and I just wanted to let him know I liked it, and we kind of hit it off and decided to sort of develop that film. And then we just kind of kept talking, and then one day we were like, you know what, we really love movies. We're here talking about sci-fi and stuff anyway. Let's start a podcast. So we did that. So we've done 2 seasons now. And this is actually episode 1 of the 3rd season. There's that audience again. So it's kind of fun to bring it back like this.
It is. And that script you found at Iona, we wanted to get Louie on board as a producer. So we started a podcast, done 2 seasons of it to get you here. That's the whole point of this.
All right, so it's a perfect segue.
Working.
Yeah, perfect segue. So let me introduce our 2 guests here, and they've come along because we have a very important task ahead of us today, and we need their help. So first we have Louie Vella, who is the co-founder of FoundTV, founder of Found.
It rings. I like it.
He's also a producer, filmmaker, all kinds of stuff, and an all-around great guy. And he's a friend of the show. He was on an episode a little while back. So, Louie, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Happy that you 2 have connected in person and you didn't catfish each other over 2 years. So that's good to know.
No. The weirdest thing about meeting Ian in person is how 3-dimensional his face was. It was really interesting. Very cool. Different than Zoom. But okay. And then right beside me here is Colin Doncaster, who is a brilliant guy who's been working in visual effects. He has an Academy Award to his name, and he is currently, I'm going to butcher this, Colin. I would promise myself it would.
Creative innovation at Eyeline Studios, which is Netflix.
Which is Netflix. Yep. I was calling it a secret mission at Netflix, but it's apparently not that secret. So really great task. So please welcome Colin Doncaster. So let's just talk a bit about you guys for a moment here before we start to include our audience a little bit. Louie, tell the folks a little bit about FoundTV, and you guys have been growing extremely rapidly. So give us a little update. And well, first of all, just for anyone who's not familiar with it, tell us what it is and a little update on how things are going over there.
Yeah, thank you. So my wife and I founded FoundTV about 1.5 years ago. Actually, 2 years in April is when we started the business. So here we are in March, depending on when you're listening to this. But it'll be 2 years in October. of this year, which is pretty exciting. So we've been working on developing horror films and TV series, and in the movie industry, it's a long haul on getting things off the ground, financing, development, especially larger budget films, as we all know. And so we produced a Screen Life film. It's one of those Zoom style films, lower budget, a little bit quicker to do, get things off the ground, get momentum going. And we saw quite the gap in found footage films. So that's what FoundTV is. It's a streaming platform, a global streaming platform, like a Netflix of found footage films, which is kind of wild. So we found this cool gap of a large fan base and a large market around the world, but no real home for it. Found footage in Screen Life is sort of sprinkled around everywhere. Netflix, Tubi, Shudder, Screenbox, which are all great platforms, but there wasn't one spot. So we, as business people and crazy creators and innovators, decided, what if we started our own streaming platform? And we did. So we're about a year and a half in right now. And like you said, it's growing exponentially. We're on all the devices, 100 plus countries, and it's just been really fun. I actually got recognized. My boys are here, will be excited about that. Somebody recognized the Found brand and our fans, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So we are getting to a spot that, we're being a really strong part of the community, and it's really cool to be at Comicon and still have at least one person recognize us. That's fun. Very fun. It's cool.
Is there much representation of horror at Comicon, or?
I find that there's a lot of comic, anime, things like that, but I find Comic-Con and fan expos, there is a good chunk of horror. I think it fits within that same community, which is really exciting to see that. And we've always felt that, found footage and even just horror in general, I always say it's the same fan base and community, or at least excitement for horror, as comic fans. And I really think that's a very similar mindset, the fans.
Yeah, okay, it's really interesting. And so how was your trip around the floor here today?
It was good. I mean, it's a lot of potential shopping and things that we'd want to buy, and we saved our wallets a little bit, which is really fun. But yeah, we always have fun coming to the Comic Cons and things like that. It's really cool.
Are you and your boys into the fandom aspect?
Yeah, I mean, the guys are obviously into video games and stuff like that, so it's cool to try and pick out a Valorant, costume and whatnot. But we've always liked going to movies and having fun and watching things. Avery's a big fan of sci-fi, so we're going to fit right in here on the podcast.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Colin, I want to ask you about this Academy Award thing that you have.
Well, so the Pacific Academy Award that I won was a Science and Technology Award.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to work on Avatar. Previously, I'd worked at Weta Digital on Lord of the Rings. And during Avatar, we were working on the visuals for the planet. James Cameron had this very specific look in mind. It was very sort of underwater, sort of volumetric look, and a lot of the renders were taking too long to actually execute that look. And I ended up using or developing a technology to speed that up, and then eventually we used it for Avatar. Day the Earth Stood Still was actually one of the was released before Avatar that used the technology. So it's for deep compositing, and then the rest of the industry picked it up, and I was lucky enough to be awarded. So the SciTech Awards are a little different, where the industry nominates specific technologies to be reviewed, and you go through about like a 3-month review process. And then eventually you're given, the Academy or awarded the Academy Award, and they have a big event a few weeks before the real Academy Awards that people know. But it's, from what I hear, it's actually a little bit more fun because we actually get fed and we can get a little drunk. We're not sitting there. It was nice. We went down to the Beverly Hills Hotel, and I was actually, Kristen Bell and Michael B. Jordan gave me my award. So it's good to see him for the success with Sinners now as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing your speech, and you mentioned this idea of, because there were a number of people involved in this project from around the world.
We ended up collaborating a lot on the technology, where we were working at different studios. I was at Weta, some people at ILM, some people at a company called Animal Logic, and everyone was kind of coming to the same idea that we really need to change the workflow and come up with this more optimized way of generating imagery. And we ended up all sort of coming up with our own solution, but realized it was pretty close. So we said, oh, let's come up with a standard and try and push this out to get better industry adoption. Because if you've got all these disparate standards, it's hard to get the industry to buy into it. So so it was great to have that global sort of effort to bring it forward.
Maybe you take us back to those days on Lord of the Rings. Right. What was that like? Like, you were in New Zealand, were you?
I was, yeah. So when I was 20, I started when I was working on Lord of the Rings when I was 21. And I was looking to go and leave Toronto. I started in the industry in Toronto, and I said to my parents, don't worry, I'm not going to go any further than New York. And then I was interviewed for Hollow Man at the time, which is LA, and I said, don't worry, Mom, I'm just going to go to LA. And it turns out they were starting to work on Lord of the Rings, and I'd grown up with John Howe and Alan Lee pictures, calendars on my wall, and I was a big fan of Peter Jackson. So I was actually managed to meet some of the folks working on it, and they're like, well, do you want to come down and work on the film? And I was like, sorry, Mom, I'm going to New Zealand now.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to go down be at that age. And the nice thing is in Wellington, it was really this, isolated part of the world where, the actors and the crew and everyone could just walk around freely. So I would be out at lunch, and, the hobbits Ian McKellen would be there. And, I remember one time I was sort of sitting at my desk working, and I felt hands on my shoulder, and someone started to give me a massage, and I thought it was one of my coworkers, and I looked up and it was Ian. Just decided to walk around the building and start giving people massages. So
is he as lovely as he seems?
He's an incredible gentleman. Yeah. He's I think that his sort of passion for the arts and his engagement with the whole crew really sort of added to the production. I think that could be said for a lot of people working on the film.
Yeah.
Everyone who was down there was very passionate about making it a success. Yep.
And this was at a time where a lot of innovations were being developed, I guess.
It was. It's probably known more, but by the end of the time we finished all the visual effects for the first film, we'd spent all the money for all 3 films.
Right.
Because we were burning through the cash a lot more quickly than we had expected. Because even though we were innovating and building new technology, the scope of what we were trying to do was just beyond what at least the teams at that point had been doing.
Yeah.
So we definitely, were pretty good about burning through the cash. Luckily, at the end of when the first film came out, and New Line was like, "Oh, we're going to make money," and then the purse strings open, and there was actually probably a couple hundred of us in Wellington unpaid for about a month, waiting to figure out if we need to find our way home or if we're going to keep working on the film. So yeah, it was tense at times, but it was exciting.
Yeah, and then just do a little bit of name dropping for us. From there, you went on to a couple other big projects. Is that true?
Yeah. So I went on to, I guess, worked with Terry Gilliam and worked at the Brothers Grimm. So the film wasn't as good, but it was a lot of fun hanging out with Heath Ledger and Matt Damon. We were shooting that in Prague. Then was working on Harry Potter, Superman, Avatar, of course. Yeah. So a few big. Yeah, it's good projects.
Yeah. Who hasn't? Who hasn't worked on Avatar?
So yeah, I'm grateful. Very lucky that I've had the opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, Ian, should we get into our project for the day?
Definitely. So, not all of us have an Academy Award. So, and for those of us who don't, we want to talk about the sci-fi films that have been ignored by the Academy.
Yeah, there's an injustice
outside of visual effects. Because to be fair, the Academy has always recognized visual effects in sci-fi and horror. But I think I'm here representing sci-fi. Louie's here representing horror. Is that fair to say?
Sure. I like sci-fi too.
Yeah.
Does Godzilla count as kind of a monster movie sci-fi?
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the last Godzilla having the Academy Award. That was pretty exciting. For Godzilla, it's great. What they did.
Yeah, the crafts people that work on those films are amazing. And
it's wild.
The art direction too. Just all of the inherited history of Godzilla and being able to put that on the screen with the technology and craft we use now is really cool.
Yeah. Very proud of it.
Yeah. So what we want to do is hand out awards for the films that have been ignored, really. So we want to nominate. We want to get some nominations going about who.
We want to bring justice to the film community.
Yeah.
Love it.
We're calling it the Orbis.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coining a term.
Yeah, so
trademark.
We can call ourselves the Justice League. That's not taken, right?
I think I saw a Disney lawyer, or no, not Disney, a DC lawyer outside the
really?
The building. So
I was thinking something else.
I won't exit with you. He was putting on a glove.
All right, so here's how it's going to work. We're gonna have some nominations from the table here, and then when we have 3, we're going to present it to the audience, and we're going to see who our winner is. We have a couple of categories, very important category. This is important work that we do.
yeah.
Here on the show.
Very important.
Very important.
I'm taking it more serious as we go on.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to build it up here, guys. All right. So they can be sci-fi, horror, fantasy, comic,
All in one category right now, or are we choosing a sci-fi category?
No. Yeah, not that exhaustive. It could be
cool.
any of those. It's basically non-drama.
Or musicals. Or westerns. Or rom-coms.
Let's put it this way.
Or
If there's a
foreign
film
films.
in these categories that you think deserved more recognition than it got, that's what we're looking for here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably a lot. All right, cool.
All right, so let's start with our first category, and that is performer. And this is all time. You can bring a movie from 50 years ago. Yeah, go ahead. Colin.
So we spoke about this film earlier. So I'm going to nominate Bruce Willis in Fifth Element.
Amazing.
Yeah.
When did you first see this film, by the way? Because
When it first came out,
Yeah?
and I probably cannot tell you what year and time that was because it was many moons ago, but I loved the film, and I actually thought his performance was pretty great in it.
yeah, part of the reason I asked is because I only saw it like 3 years ago, and it was because there was all the I kept hearing it come up, and it just to me like the cover art and whatever else, it almost looks like a bit goofy. But I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's our first nomination.
Yeah, I'm going Harrison Ford, Blade Runner, and Blade Runner 2049. Long-term listeners to the pod won't be surprised by that, but I feel like Deckard is the modern sci-fi protagonist, and his return in 2049 blew me away. Should have been Oscar nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I truly believe that.
All right.
I'm going
Yeah,
to try
do you
and
have
lean
one?
on horror, but I'm trying to think of something that really sticks out. Now, I'm not the best with names sometimes, but the lead that played in Smile 2 was fantastic.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Our research department is looking
hold on.
into
It's
that
like
right
stuck in my
now.
head. You know when it's on the tip of your tongue and you remember at 2 a.m. and I like pop in the podcast. I remember now.
But this is really interesting. So
Yeah.
this is a horror movie, obviously. And this performance in particular stood out for you.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about horror, sometimes you always lean on the scares and what's not said and things like that for the fears. But like, obviously the story was well written, but just her, what happened is she had to change from her, being normal, non-insane self to a very insane character, which was really fascinating to see
I
her
see.
kind of like grow into that. Yeah, and a lot of times you don't get those performances in an Oscar or an award ceremony because there's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
But I think that's like there's so many to pick there. She
Okay.
sticks out of my mind, although the name slips. Naomi. Yes.
Naomi Scott.
Yes, that's it.
Research department's come through.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will forget names throughout the entire podcast. So
round
I'm
of
gonna
applause for
keep your
research
phone-
department.
Keep your phone nearby.
All right, we're going to take a vote here. So we'll go this way down the table. Harrison Ford in
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Thank you.
Naomi Scott.
Naomi
Scott, we remember
Scott
now.
from Smile.
Sorry, Naomi. 2.
Or Bruce Willis in Fifth Element. It looks like the Orbi goes to Bruce Willis. All right. Okay, we got a couple more categories. Important work, guys. Okay. Let's move into best.
My answer will be Bruce Willis for every single
Yeah.
category.
Okay, we're going to do best director. Any film in a non-conventional genre.
Okay.
Yes, Ian.
I'm going to go Ridley Scott
All right. Best director, Ridley Scott.
for Alien, The Martian,
Good one.
Blade Runner, Prometheus.
Here's an odd one, but I think semi-groundbreaking. Eduardo Sanchez from Blair Witch Project. Being found footage as well, so kind of biased with found. But,
Yeah.
groundbreaking
Okay.
way of trying to create a story and throwing the actors in the forest. And really, there's no script. It's a treatment, and you still have to build scenes and have them react, and then put that together into a movie that a lot of people liked.
And it was a true breakout. Like
That's why I'm thinking
things changed. Okay. Okay.
That's my.
I have
2
a
cents,
Blair
and I
Witch
remembered his
story.
name.
Oh, do you, Ian?
Blair Witch
Yeah,
story.
I have a Blair Witch story.
Okay.
We have this thing with Ian where he has this one Blair Witch story. It's a thing that happened after the show. Actually, I'm not even sure what it is anymore. No. And
Want me to
somehow
tell you?
he finds a way to bring this story into every episode to the point where we usually start editing that out now. And
I think it's been in 20 episodes,
yeah, at least.
and it's really not that good a story. Do you want to hear it?
Might as well share it now.
Now I'm excited.
Okay. So I saw it at the cinema when it came out,
Yeah.
right? And we came out of a midnight showing, and they had used the little straw doll as a marketing gimmick, and they'd hung it on the cars of every car in the car park when you're walking out midnight, pitch black. Cool. Very cool. That's it.
There it is.
Do you still have it?
No,
What happened to
I
it?
wasn't driving. My buddy was.
Does he have it?
I doubt it. It scared the life out of him.
That would have been cool.
There it is.
That's the
That was
story.
really succinct. Like it's definitely gotten tighter
Yeah.
every time you told that.
It's
It was
'cause
a fast one. It's just a log line now.
Colin, do you have someone you'd like to nominate for best
do.
director of all time?
I do, and if you
Okay.
could not guess, it'll be Luc Besson.
Oh, we're playing that game.
Yeah, we
All
are
right.
playing that game.
All right.
But for
you
the-
really like this movie.
I do really like this movie, but I also really like The Professional and Lucy and Big Blue and some of his other films.
Yeah.
It's a visual feast, a director that provides visual feasts.
And he's from Montreal. Do I have that right?
No, he's French.
Darn it.
From
Cut that,
yeah,
guys.
I think he's from the
Where did
south
you
of
think he
France.
was from?
I thought he's from Quebec.
No, he's from the south of France. Are
I
you
take
thinking
it
of
all
Denis
back.
Villeneuve?
Well, okay, we'll move on.
There's so this is Big Blue was inspired by his parents. They're deep sea divers,
Yeah.
and yeah, so he's from.
I feel like I didn't
Awesome.
give Ridley Scott the love he deserves.
Yeah. Did you want to defend him?
Do you have a Ridley Scott story?
Is he from Toronto?
You have a Blair Witch story?
He's actually from Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's Has anybody heard of Ridley? Have you heard of Ridley Scott?
No, could you? Does he have? He's got a brother,
Yes.
doesn't he?
He did. Yeah, Tony.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
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 Sorry,
That's okay.
Brought it down.
No, it's dark humor. I
know.
love it. I love
But yeah,
it.
Ian, do you want to defend your choice?
I just got that. Embarrassingly to say.
Do I need to? It was a joke. Do I need to defend Ridley Scott? I think he's
Well, you got to get people to vote for it. So
okay. Blade Runner, Alien, The Martian, Prometheus. This guy's a sci-fi god. Let's be honest.
yeah.
But he also makes great movies about wine, doesn't he? It was a good movie.
It was a
with
good-
Russell Crowe.
Oh, the what was that called?
I've been trying to remember it, but I can't.
That was filmed in France, right?
It was it could have been Quebec.
Probably.
Could have
With
been.
all the winemaking in Quebec, it's easy to confuse the two of them.
Okay. The accents are similar as well.
All right, let's take a vote. So starting down at the end there, who votes for Ridley Scott? Okay. Who is voting for our Blair Witch director whose name
Eduardo.
There it is, Eduardo.
Couple.
Not many. Couple, okay. And finally, Luc Besson.
Did I
From
barely
France.
win?
No one.
Oh. All right, so the winner is Ridley Scott. Best director.
Thank you. Thank you.
Best overlooked director.
I'll take the Orbi back to Britain with me and present it to him.
Yeah, that applause was exceptional. The audience is getting really good at that.
How do we feel about his more recent films?
Such as?
Napoleon?
That's not sci-fi.
Yeah. Well, it's not sci-fi.
It's the wrong podcast.
It sort
That's
of
a
feels like
different
he needs to
podcast.
stick to a specific genre, right?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. It's because you're not, Jeremy actually on a podcast episode entitled "Classics We Don't Like" picked Gladiator, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up. But
Well, it's already out there. And
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know.
so it's
You did not like Gladiator?
I didn't particularly care for it.
Cool. I liked it.
Yeah,
And number 2. Number 1, I think, was better, but
I haven't seen the second.
Great White Sharks in the Colosseum.
I mean, that does actually
That's
sound
sci-fi,
pretty good,
right?
That really happened?
That really happens in Gladiator.
it really happened, man.
I,
It's historical.
How can I not like historical
How can you not
accuracy,
like
right?
it?
Yeah.
I've got a history degree, so I can promise you it happened.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that makes it sci-fi to me, Gladiator 2, because that's
Yeah.
so ridiculous that they could flood it with salt water and put sharks in there.
Yeah.
That it takes.
But it really happened. It's not sci-fi. You're like, cut that out. Security, get rid of this.
No,
guy.
no, it's perfect. It sounds like Sharknado, really, is what I'm hearing.
Did Ridley Scott do Sharknado? I'm a little confused of what's happening right now.
He did not.
Nothing.
No. Okay.
All right, we're gonna
What's our
move
next
to
category?
yeah, we're gonna move to a new category. So let's talk about best soundtrack. Best composer, really, is what we're talking
Hey, what
about.
about Halloween, original Halloween?
If you want to put that up,
I'm
yeah.
putting that up. I'm
All
sticking
right.
to horror.
Original Halloween. And just, do you remember how like it goes? The little.
Let's all do it together, crowd. Do, 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 do. You guys remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who composed that?
Jeez, I don't know. Research department?
The research department has been activated again.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, you know I'm terrible.
All right,
at
we'll come
remembering
back to
stuff.
that. Do you, Colin? Do you have one?
I do. Can I,
Yeah.
Tron Legacy.
Oh,
I really like the soundtrack.
do we need research on who that was?
We're, on the spot trying to think of names in the middle of Comicon. Looks like
Okay, well, he's looking that up. Louie, I have a question for you.
Okay, yes.
On your Instagram feed, you have a picture pinned of you and Mark Hamill. Tell me
Yes.
about this picture.
Okay. So it was at the Golden Globes party in Toronto during TIFF a couple years back.
Yeah.
And it's called the Road to the Golden Globes. So they have a party at TIFF. And during TIFF, there's obviously a lot of very big movies and a lot of celebrities are there for their movies. And at this particular party, there's a lot of celebrities that show up. So if you can get an invite, which is really exciting, you go to this event and, we don't take pictures. Usually you're there just to mingle, and they're there not to, obviously take pictures because it's not really meant for us as fans. We're all in the industry and we're having fun. But I was talking to him and his wife for a little while and just bantering about random stuff.
To Mark Hamill.
To Mark Hamill. And I said that my uncle Mark, who's a huge Star Wars and Luke fan, would be so jealous that I was here talking to you. And he literally kind of yelled saying, well, you take your phone out. We're taking a picture.
Really?
So I said, oh, yes, we are. Yeah. So we took that pic. I sent it to our WhatsApp group with my uncle and family in there, and they were quite excited for me. And that's, it's a cool
So
pic.
you actually have an Uncle Mark. That was
I do.
Okay, I was
Uncle
about to say,
Mark.
it was like
Yeah.
that was
Wow.
well planned.
Yeah. So I got, 2 marks right there in once.
That's cool. And Colin, you frequent.
Sorry, Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Daft Punk.
I apologize to them.
To them.
forgetting.
All right. Okay. So Daft
They're
Daft
from
Punk,
France, I
Tron,
believe.
Yeah, they are from.
They're from France,
They're
not
from France.
Montreal, France.
Daft Punk, Tron Legacy.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. And then did we figure out the composer of?
Yeah, John Carpenter. John Carpenter.
I'm not even sure what you're saying right now.
John Carpenter? That's what you're
John
asking?
Carpenter.
Yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. And Ian?
Have you heard of John Williams? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going with the Johnny Williams.
Is he an up and comer?
He is. He's only had 57 nominations for Academy
Doesn't he have
Awards.
Oscars?
Yes, I think he's.
Well, that's not fair. You can't put Oscar winners in, can you?
Oh, that's.
Isn't this one of those out of the box ones?
consideration?
Well, Ridley Scott's out too. I think you've got to forfeit all of your nominations now, Ian.
Wait a second.
What did Ridley win for?
I don't know. Probably
Gladiator.
Gladiator. That's the point.
Now, did he win or just Gladiator?
Well, he usually
Research.
produces.
Research.
All right. We're going to skip over that part. So,
He's genuinely not one for sci-fi, and he's known for it. And that's why I'm putting him up there.
All
Because
right.
I'd argue Blade Runner, Alien
let's,
are both better than Gladiator.
the other
Wait,
consideration.
did John Williams do the soundtrack to Blade?
To Blade Runner,
Yeah.
Vangelis.
Yeah.
Now,
Good point. I'll go with Vangelis.
I was about to say, I was trying.
I'd probably
Thank
John
you, Colin.
Williams deserved more Oscars than he's had.
Yeah.
I think he's been nominated 57 times and only won like 4 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Research.
It's crazy.
Just check my numbers on that.
It's okay.
But it is a ridiculously low amount to the point where you wonder if he has to hit a higher bar than anybody else that's nominated because of the name John Williams, which I don't think is fair.
Well, or do you think it's also the films that he's generally doing the soundtracks for are potentially being snubbed by the Academy because it's the Star Wars or the Harry Potters and things
Absolutely.
like that?
Absolutely. E.T. I mean,
So I think in that respect, we can allow you. We'll make an exception. I'm going to be.
That's very
I'm going
brave.
to be the chair. I'm going to
Yeah,
chair this
no.
whole episode.
No, please.
And
yeah.
be the
with
jury.
apologies to
and,
Vangelis. I'm back with Johnny Williams.
Yeah, you go back and forth.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm going to go for the Indiana Jones theme.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start down here. So, people in favor of Daft Punk, Tron
Shouldn't you have to
Legacy.
sing that? I had to sing Halloween. Hold on a second.
Oh, what?
Shouldn't you have to sing that? Indiana
Oh,
Jones?
yeah.
I
I
had
wouldn't
to
mind.
sing it.
I
I'm
don't
not a
remember how that
singer.
goes, Ian. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you just give us
Dun, dun,
a reminder?
dun,
Okay, cool. Good enough.
dun, dun, dun.
Done.
And how does Tron go?
Don't sing it. Cut that out.
Yeah, how does that
A little trickier to hum, or?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. All right. So, Tron Legacy, Daft Punk, hands up. Oh, quite a few, right?
The good thing about that movie.
It is.
Yeah.
definitely-
Oh, okay. That's, yeah.
It's definitely what makes it stick around. I think.
Okay. And then we have John Carpenter, Halloween. Okay. Not too many on that one. And then John Williams.
Okay, cool.
Guys, I kind of feel like this goes to Daft Punk. Am I? My loose count is saying, yeah. Colin, finally, 1 point for Colin.
1 point.
No, you got two. Sorry.
points.
Yeah, it was just the last one. All right.
And John
I
gets
take it all
snubbed
back.
again. John
Take-
gets snubbed again.
You get a participatory award.
Do you?
Well, no. Well, John would, not you.
Sorry.
Please.
You did nothing.
And just before we move on, what I was going to ask you about there, Colin, you come to a number of these types of events. Is that true?
Yes. I do. Yeah.
And any great stories or meeting up with people there?
I'm trying to. I think there was one event, one of the first ones we brought the boys to. We ended up there was these two folks dressed up as orcs that had hobbits, the little hobbits on their backs running
Oh my
around.
gosh.
And I ended up chatting with them, and they got super excited. So they were like, so that was fun to chat with them and for a while and have them be excited about the fact that I worked on the film and stuff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think that would be a memorable part.
Yeah, that's great.
It was a great outfit, though. It was really cool.
Wow. Yeah,
It was the hobbits being carried away
yeah.
to Isengard. Yeah.
Wow. There
Do you need me to tell you about what Lord of the Rings is about? While I'm here, let's explain.
if you want.
No, I don't.
I actually love The Lord of the Rings. That was one of those movie series where I even though they were so long, I had no desire for the movies to end. I could have just sat watching that day after day.
I don't think we actually needed the extended edition, but
I
I,
liked it.
appreciate the sentiment.
Just,
Thank you.
I was like, I could keep going. Give me some more extensions.
And how do you feel about the Hobbit films?
To be honest, I haven't fully seen but I love Lord of the Rings, all three of them. Okay, let's move on to our final category from us, and that is Best Picture. Best Ignored Picture. And then we're going to try and turn it to the audience here for our very final category.
Yeah, I'm mulling a few over in my head here. I'm wondering if I
Okay.
should stick to horror. I mean, I probably should because that's my thing.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many great.
bringing justice to the horror
Yeah,
community.
Was The Exorcist nominated?
I believe it was
Yeah.
in some categories. I did mention Godzilla early on, and I was very excited about recent Godzilla winning the visual effects Oscar. But previous Godzillas have been really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of those fun sci-fis, like Pacific Rim, the first one. Maybe not the second one as much, but the first one.
Yeah.
You know, those are fun movies, and they definitely would not be up for awards. Let's throw in Pacific Rim. That was a cool one.
Okay, he's going for it.
I'm going Pacific Rim. That's a
Wow.
great movie. Number one, by the way.
All right.
Did I steal
Colin's-
yours?
That's
Ian?
a great call. That is a
Yeah.
great. It's the greatest
Okay.
movie ever made. Pacific Rim.
It was awesome.
I'm actually afraid to ask Colin right now.
Well,
He's going to say Pacific Rim.
No, I'm not going to say, but no, probably Fifth Element. I mean,
Oh,
that's
Fifth Element. Oh, okay.
that is
Okay.
probably my favorite film of all time.
All right. And did you want to defend it as
I just
possible
think the
Best Picture?
production design, the artwork, the crafts behind it, it was just an easygoing, fun visual film.
Terrific. Did you have one, Ian?
Can I nominate a film that was nominated but didn't win Best Picture and it should have done?
I think so.
Is that
I think I
allowed?
might know where you're going here.
Jaws.
Not what I thought. That's great.
Okay. You went horror.
Yeah. For me, the greatest horror film of all
Can I throw a
time.
second film in?
We're upping the category to
shout out
10.
films.
No, I'm just kidding.
And do you want to just defend it?
Jaws.
Yeah.
Not Jaws 2.
Yeah.
Just Jaws.
You can sing the Jaws.
Yeah, we could have gone with Johnny Williams with that, couldn't we, really? But Jaws is the perfect movie for me. It's probably the greatest movie ever made, I would think. For me, you've got a young director at his peak. You've got location shooting on the ocean, which
Yeah.
was seen as crazy at the time. And you've got Robert Shaw, should have won Best Supporting Actor
Yeah,
for
he's
Queen.
awesome.
Brilliant cast. The theme tune, it's amazing, isn't it? Everything about Jaws is iconic.
Yeah.
And it did get nominated for Best Picture, but it did lose out.
And this is something that we often talk about is these movies that win don't necessarily stand the test of time. Whereas there's so many movies that we're still talking about today. They're still brilliant today. They haven't dated or anything, apart from the hairstyles maybe. That's all back. But yeah, and Jaws is one of those. You can keep watching that. And not that I want to decide for people, but it's a great buddy film. It's got great horror. There's just so much going for it. Anyway, okay, let's take a vote here on this. So we have The Fifth Element. Okay, we're getting a low count on The Fifth Element. All right, and we have Pacific Rim. Okay, all right. I see. This is a younger demographic going for that one. Yeah.
We're at Comicon. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. All right, we have Jaws.
You know your audience.
I
You
know my
your-
audience. Jaws, okay. A couple.
Ooh, It's a tight race, but I think this might go to Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Best Picture.
All right.
They couldn't be here to accept this award, so I will accept it on their behalf.
It was also shot in Toronto as well, right?
Yeah, I think
It was good. Yeah, Del Toro shoots a lot of his films.
Tuesday, Louie.
Okay, and our final category, I'm going to turn it, and we're getting low on time here, but we're going to try and get this in. And we want to turn it to the audience here. So the final category is Lifetime Achievement. And it can be in any of these sort of ignored genres, and somebody who you think deserved more recognition than they have received in their life. Yes.
Andy Serkis.
Here, I'll give you the mic.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. Okay. So yeah, just defend it for us here.
Just his motion capture work and his voices and just his breadth of his work.
And Andy Serkis worked on Lord of the Rings, right?
He did all of Gollum.
He did all of Gollum.
He was the only one that worked on Gollum.
Okay.
This is his story. If you listen to him talk, he will talk a lot about how Gollum was all him and no one else did any work. So, although I agree that he has a breadth of work, I do have a bit of a sore spot for him based on some interviews done with him over the years.
Okay. All right.
But that's all right. He's directing a new film now, Lord of the Rings, and he's doing it all. He's playing all the characters.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be doing all the visual effects himself.
Okay. I think you might be sarcastic at this point.
Yeah. How did you tell, Jerry?
Yeah. And what's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie. Okay. Thank you for that.
He was awesome in Andor as well.
Oh, wow. All right. Do we have another nomination for Lifetime Achievement?
Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah. Charlie Kaufman. And your name is?
Eris.
Eris. Okay. Charlie, do you want to just defend that for us?
Yeah, he's kind of a writer turned director. He's made like, what was it called? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He wrote that. And then he directed Synecdoche, New York. Just really obscure movies. I think he should get like more pictures, but he just gets kind of snubbed by the industry.
Okay. Awesome. All right. And do we have any more nominations for Lifetime?
Am I allowed to nominate someone?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just ask these guys first. Okay, we're good. We're good. Go ahead, Colin. You have a nomination?
I would like to nominate Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Do you know Jean?
I don't.
City of Lost Children, Amélie, which you probably know. Yeah, it's a great French director.
Yeah.
A lot of very beautifully shot films. I think he's done a lot of amazing work. The Micmacs, highly recommend his work.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. All right, so we've got 3 here. So let's go through. Okay, we have Andy Serkis. Votes in. Okay, we got a few. We have Charlie Kaufman. Okay, not too many. And say the French name again.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
No, put my hand up. One. It's a sea of votes. I see a sea of votes.
I think this one is going to Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
All right, the Lifetime Achievement Orbi, Andy Serkis. Okay, guys, we've done some important.
Present that to him, Colin. Would that be okay?
What's that?
Would you be all right presenting the award to
Sure.
Colin?
I'm sure he can present it to himself.
We've done some important work here today, and I think we should all be proud. So give yourselves a round of applause. All right, so just before we check out of here, Louie, what is next for Louie, FoundTV, and the Louie Entourage?
The Louie Entourage. We are nearing the end of production, post-production. We have one more day shoot for our latest original on FoundTV called The Possession in Lincoln County. And we are also picking up some more originals. So we're on the lookout to grow as a streamer with more exclusives and originals. I think that's just a very cool growth path that we want to take. We are launching more video games.
Oh my gosh.
Fun. And we really want to grow the found footage and horror community as, just a fun group of people that love horror and love found footage and kind of bridge that gap between the fan and the filmmaker. The filmmakers just, again, are probably in this very same scenario, not ignored, but you're not going to get, I think, Oscars potentially right now for found footage films.
I think what you're offering is a really good foundation and opportunity for young directors.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's really a good, a stepping stone, a springboard as filmmakers to kind of communicate with their communities, and for us to just be that middle spoke or kind of place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of fun there.
So, pretty quiet days overall, it sounds like.
Very boring without sleep. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And Colin, tell us about this chapter with Netflix and what's ahead?
Yeah, I guess we're looking at how are we going to tell stories visually in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years.
A lot of change.
A lot of change, a lot of opportunity, a lot of understanding, not just how they're made, but how people want to consume stories. So it's
interesting.
an interesting position to be in. Yeah.
So there's changes on the consumption, changes on the creation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's trying to figure out, the traditional models definitely changing. How does not just Netflix, but how does an industry and how do we provide creative tools to tell it more, widely and give people more tools? Again, right now, to do a big visual effects film, you still need $20 to $30 million to do it properly, and it'd be nice to sort of bring that down to have more accessibility.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Ian, some final words.
Thank you both for doing this. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed listening to you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Ian
Thanks
and Jeremy.
to you too.
And Ian, you're welcome. And anything that, Ian, you're looking to do before you head back?
Oh, back to Blighty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be going to Hamilton, aren't we, tomorrow? And we're going to be
are.
shooting some fun stuff. So looking forward to doing that. Is Niagara running at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I maybe take out it's a waterfall, right? Yeah.
It is, yeah. They turn it on every now and then when people, it's like you have to make sure.
I went to
turn
Yosemite
off the
and it
falls
was
at
just
9,
a
so
big
get there.
green stain. Genuine. The Yosemite Falls. So it's a long way from England. You go there and it dried up in September. It's just a big green. Really disappointing.
The Niagara Falls is not off. You'll be good.
Okay, good. So maybe pop down and see that.
Yeah.
But you got to ask now because
Yeah.
you're going to go that distance.
Yeah.
You want to know.
Awesome. Well, it's been great having you here.
Thank you.
And hopefully...
You weren't talking to me then, were you?
Yeah, I was talking to you.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Hopefully we can connect again.
Yeah.
I'll come there. We'll do something at Comicon London. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Really appreciate it. Colin Doncaster, Louie Vella. Put your hands together. Thanks so much to everyone here at Comicon. It's been a lot of fun. And I just want to mention we, got with the present times and started an Instagram channel for the show just the other day. So you can check that out on Instagram, Popcorn in Orbit. And we're coming to YouTube, which is exciting too. So thanks so much to our audience for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks to the research team, the t-shirt team, the camera team. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. Catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Popcorn in Orbit is produced by the Shooting Eye and Ice River Pictures.